last week you said that inspiration for Mashiach's coming is an us, not an external event. So can you expand on that, what we have to do?
Well, that's exactly what I said earlier when I said that the point is not to tell what's in the Megillat Starim, but the point is to bring out Reb Nachman's teachings. Well, first and foremost is the finding of the good points in ourselves and in others. This is the workshop for the mitigation of din. The mitigation of din is when we discover how to judge others favorably. And following through the implications of that little sentence, that is our daily work in every interaction we have in the home, in the office, in any other place, with everybody and anybody we are. Our avodas Hashem and our devekus is when we are connecting with our fellow beings by looking for the nekuda tova. That applies to Yehudim, and it can even apply to the Gentiles to search where's the nitzotz of this person, because as Rambam says, the righteous Gentile has a share in the world to come. And if we will get into this mode, the world has to reject this crazy, radical opposite of Torah, an opposite of truth, that for the sake of the redemption of the world there has to be killing and explosions and wars. It's not. It has to be man speaks to man and woman to woman, and searching together and joining together to search for Hashem. And this is done through the good point. That little phrase, the nekuda tova, which is the key to our singing to God, as Amra lelokai ba'odi, I will sing to God with the goodness that is in me. That was Nachman's essential teaching. I could give you a drasha for days on how the whole of the pathway of Partuv L'Kutamaran, which is the Rebbe's Torah that was said after his return from Uman, as all coming out of this teaching of Azamra, searching for the good points. It's in the later Torahs that the Rebbe said after this, that he gives the Talmud on this idea. He gives the whole development. It goes into music, to melody, to healing, to the redemption of the world from atheism, the overcoming of sexual lust and immorality. It's all in the second part of Likutei Moharan. Now we have to bring it out to the world.
And where does Gog and Magog fit into this schema?
It's the war of Gog and Magog. It's not a war between Gog and Magog. That is a popular misconception which has been perpetuated by all kinds of mythological folklore interpretations by art, that there's these two monsters. Gog is a king. The name of his people is Magog. Magog is mentioned in Genesis among the children of Japheth, the oldest son of Noah, and whose place is in eastern Turkey, Armenia, the area between the Black Sea, the Caspian. This would fit very well with somebody called Joseph Stalin, who came from Georgia, and among the nations mentioned in the Ezekiel chapter 38 to come against Israel and war of Gog and Magog is Meshech. Well, if you wanted to write Moscow in Hebrew, how would you spell it? Mem Samach or Mem Sin Cho. And Meforshim on the Gemara identify Meshech, mentioned among the nations in the war of Gog and his people Magog, as Muscovy, Moscow, namely Russia. Among them is Kush. Kush is Africa. Welcome to Uganda, and welcome to Libya, and welcome to Tunisia, and welcome to all of the North African countries who are such good friends of ours. And there is Paras. Well, Paras is Persia, that's Iran. No surprises here for us today, where we see that after years of obscurity, suddenly, in the last literally very few years, suddenly Paras has jumped on the bandwagon. Let me quote you from Midrash Yalkut Shimoni, Isaiah chapter 60, where he says, the year in which Melech Moshiach is going to come, the king of Persia is going to get up and conquer nations, and all the world is going to fall flat on their face. The kings of the nations are going to be